Imagine going to the hospital and receiving a diagnosis of loneliness. Is that even possible? If someone were to be diagnosed with loneliness, would the doctor write a prescription? Will it get the same treatment like diabetes or blood pressure? I don't know. As a nurse, I have admitted a lot of patients into the hospital, and on the admission form, we ask questions about alcohol use, drug use. Do you feel safe at home? We take temperature, we check their vitals and all of that stuff. But we don't really ask our patients, are you lonely? We don't, it's not a routine question. And I wonder why. I think it would be a nice idea for that to be added into our routine assessments, asking the patient, are you lonely? Do you feel lonely? It is such an important question to ask. Now, what is loneliness? Loneliness isn't just simply being alone. It's that feeling that your relationships aren't giving you the connection that you need. You can be in a crowded room and still be lonely. You can be in a marriage and still be lonely. You can be at a party somewhere, you can be with friends and still be lonely. And this is something that I feel like it's slowly, when I say slowly, it is on the rise. Loneliness is on the increase and it can affect our physical and mental health. So chronic loneliness has been linked to an increased risk factor for heart disease, blood pressure, anxiety, depression, and a host of other diseases. Do you know that when you have chronic loneliness, it is more difficult to overcome an illness? For example, somebody who has chronic loneliness was also diagnosed with diabetes. Now, when you are diagnosed with diabetes, you have to watch your blood sugar. You have to make some lifestyle changes. You have to do so many things to keep that blood sugar stable. Tell me, how can somebody who is already going through chronic loneliness and has maybe anxiety and depression, how are they supposed to manage diabetes on top of that? Do you also know which age group experiences more loneliness? I was shocked to find out it was between 24 to 44 years old. And why is that? Because these are the people that are having more interactions with social media, text messaging, less face-to-face contact interaction, less in-person talking, remote work. Yeah, when you're working from home constantly, it reduces the opportunity to see and interact with other humans. Also, people who have to relocate for new jobs, relocate when they get married, move to a new city, or people like me, I relocated from my country, Nigeria, to the US, and I experienced loneliness for the first time. It took me over 6 months to find myself, to find a way out of the deep hole that I was in, deep hole that was called loneliness. So what are the signs of loneliness? Let's start with one. Social withdrawal. When someone is experiencing chronic loneliness, they begin to withdraw away from others. They withdraw. When you say, oh, come to a party, now they'd rather stay at home. It's not because they don't want to socialize. It's because they're feeling like their needs are not going to be met. If I were to go to that party, who's going to want to talk to me? And even if I were to find someone to talk to, would they even listen to what I have to say? Feelings like these will keep somebody who is going through a chronic illness. It would keep them home. I know I suffered from this before and I know how it feels. A second one is anger. Yeah, anger. Why is this happening? Where are all my friends? Where are all my loved ones? Where are the people that I rely on? Where are they when I need them? So, anger is another part of it. And it does take a lot of self-help, sometimes therapy, to get out of that angry phase. The third one, self-neglect. When someone is undergoing, chronic loneliness, they're not thinking about their appearance, about the way that they look. They might not even shower or brush their teeth. Why should I? Why should I do those things? When I don't even feel good, when I feel so, I feel so sad or depressed. Well, no one cares about me. No one's gonna show up at my door. No one's gonna, I could die tomorrow and nobody would know I'm dead until my body starts to smell down from the hallway. I had that thought as well, so I can definitely relate. Some other signs could include drug use. For somebody who has, a substance abuse problem, and maybe they were done with that, they could fall back into old habits just to try and, feel better for a short while. Another thing could be spending more time online, on social media, comparing their lives to the life of others. Oh, look at my friend. She's over in this place. She's over there on a vacation. Or her family looks so wonderful. Her husband looks so this. Or my co-worker seems like he's having a wonderful time. Why don't I have those things? And those kind of feelings can make the problem even worse. So what can we do to combat chronic loneliness? Here are the tips that helped me. First of all, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace to feel all your feelings because they are normal. It's normal to feel that way. And then after you're done with that, it's time to reach out to loved ones. It's time to form new connections. It's time to find new friends. It's time to find new communities. Remember, this is a slow process. You cannot just rush into it and you just meet somebody and say, hi, I want to be your friend. It doesn't work that way, especially in today's world that we live in. It takes time. You have to give yourself some patience. Relationships takes time to rebuild, to grow, to start from somewhere. For me, I started in school. I looked for people who I thought I could, relate with. I slowly started talking to them, slowly started hanging out with them, slowly started going for lunch with them. I stopped packing up my own lunch. Before, I would pack my lunch every day to class because I wanted to save some money. I stopped doing that because packing my lunch and eating by myself was even making the matters worse. So I stopped doing that. I reached out to the people that I thought I could have some relationship with, and I said, hi, I would, next time you guys are going out to eat, just let me know. I'd like to go with you. What are you eating? Can I, what is it? And you can say, oh, I'm eating this or I'm eating that. And then you can say, okay, I'd like to try. And then you order the food and talk about it. And for me, that was how I slowly built up a connection with people and made new friends. Now, for some other people, it might be calling family members who you haven't spoken to in a while. It's not going to be automatic. You cannot just call them today and that all of a sudden you're all tight. No, it takes time. One call leads to a second call, leads to a third call, leads to a fourth call, leads to lunch, maybe dinner. It's gradual. It's a gradual process. Another thing that you could do is volunteering. You could volunteer at a church. I know, oh my God, I don't even want to. This actually made me sad. I didn't really know much about volunteering. I actually found a church and I went there for the first time was it on Christmas or New Year's Day? New Year's Day. And I went there saying, oh, okay, everyone in this church is just going to give me hugs because I'm here for the first time. No, nobody gave me any hugs. Nobody knew me. I remember going home and I cried. Why can't I just meet people and why can't I make new connections? No, nobody knew me. I didn't give it enough time. The moment I started to volunteer in church, you can join a choir. You can find something in church that needs to be done. Make yourself available for that. The moment I started doing these things, I began to have people calling me, hey, you want to come out? We didn't see you in church today. These little things add up and help us form these relationships that we're hoping will meet us at where we're at. And the last one, which is like the most important one, try and reduce social media if possible. Don't compare yourself with others on social media. Remember, most people are posting false things on there. There's no way of knowing if what you're seeing on social media is real or not. If you're going to consume social media, just be aware that most of what you're seeing is fake. It's not the real lives. Don't compare yourself. Or better still, whatever it is that is on social media that is giving you that anxiety, making you feel less of who you are, cut it out. You don't need it. Watch only content on social media that brings you peace and joy. So these are the things that I did that helped me. You also can add exercise, going to the gym, and also therapy. Therapy can also help as well. If you are struggling with loneliness today, I want you to know that it is just a feeling. It is not your identity. It's just that one of the most basic human needs is not being met. There is nothing wrong with you. You just need to give yourself time. You will form meaningful relationships again. Just give yourself grace. Step up there and form new connections or rekindle old ones. So with that said, I am going to be ending this video today. And I do hope that you guys found this useful. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I will keep on sharing more videos. Bye.